If you are about to do what I think you're about to do, Eve, are you serious? Is that appropriate? No, you're joking. You're actually kidding me. Hi, I'm Tanic Sims 2, but you can call me Tanny, and today is a special day in the Pleasant household because it is the twins Mark and Mary's birthday. Since they're both very outgoing and aspiring popularity sims, they will have a party later today. So Eve is going to take the day off work, she's going to take a vacation day because she has been up all night. It was very stressful, but I can confirm Clarence is serving life in jail and he's been sentenced to pool without a ladder. And I guess until the party, we'll focus on the twins, keeping them happy, you know, just ensuring that they can grow up well, that they can be in gold or platinum aspiration when they grow up. So because Eve is a single mother, she works, and she has an older daughter to take care of, she hasn't really had the opportunity to really teach the twins their toddler skills apart from potty training. They haven't been taught any other skills, and I don't think there'll really be any time to teach both of them something. I mean, Mary is not interested in learning anything. She just wants some attention from her mother, and Mark is the same basically. So when Eve wakes up, we'll sort of focus on their wants, give them attention, make sure they go into platinum until the sink and shower's fixed. I think Remington is just gonna be in this loop of having to mop up puddles. We really need to get the repair person out. I guess Mark and Mary weren't the only ones with a birthday today. I think is he like a chihuahua? He's really cute. It's not what I was expecting him to look like, but I didn't even know it was Scout's birthday today as well. So that's 3 birthdays today then, I guess. I should probably dismiss the nanny Calista. You know, like, it's kind of a waste of money if Eve is home. I guess it made sense when Eve was sleeping, but now Eve's awake, we don't really need the nanny. She's a bit too attentive as well. It can get in the way of Eve needing to pay attention to the twins today because we want to get their aspiration bar as high as possible so they can grow up well because that's what they want. Oh no. Oh, Mark is fearing having a party. Is Mary? Mary isn't. That's not very appropriate. The dog wants attention, but when Susie gets home from school, she can pay attention to the dog. To be fair, he does need a lot of TLC after what he went through yesterday night. Today we're gonna give the twins a lot of attention, make their last day as a toddler a good one, maybe not like memorable, but just nice. So he's rolled once, related to toddler skills, like learn to talk, learn nursery rhyme. And ordinarily, I always have my toddlers taught as many skills as possible because they'll roll the once to do so. I just don't want one twin to be favoured, if only because of Eve's sisters, the dynamics between them. Eve was born when Angela and Lilith were at uni, so she never really like grew up with them, and she didn't witness how they were treated, the favoritism their parents showed towards Angela. So she's BFFs with Angela. Their relationship has decayed quite a lot though, but they've kept that flag. So I can see her kind of hearing maybe a biased account from Angela about Lilith. I don't think there's really much of a relationship between Eve and Lilith. For Lilith, her story was kind of that she cut her parents out of her life and in turn cut Angela out. But I don't know if that really extends to Eve. I don't really think they have a relationship though. I mean, I can't find her. So it's about 3:15 and neither twin is fearing having a party, and I think now would be a good time to start the party. We definitely need their dad, David. Part of me is like, invite Morty. Drama. But the other part of me is like, it's a toddler birthday party. Like, do you really need drama at a toddler birthday party? I'll invite her nephew, Kyle, Angela's son, because they're quite close. He's in jail. Yeah, I guess we can invite Angela. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Heads, I decided, means invite Morty. My excuse is that he can be there for Susie. Yep. I think that's it. You don't really need a massive, like, it's not like the Met Gala. You don't need this massive guest list for a toddler birthday party, right? So I've set up a little birthday party outside since it's summer, it's good weather, so we got the 2 cakes and balloons and buffet table. I've also bought some gifts for the children. I like doing, if you are about to do what I think you're about to do, Eve, are you serious? Is now really the time? With Morty? Okay. Is this really the right time? Is that appropriate, Eve? Anyway. I really like giving gifts, especially to children, on their birthdays, so I bought something for each of them related to their hobbies, and I've put them into Eve's inventory so she can give them to them at their party. That's happening. Thankfully, I have a mod that when you throw a birthday party, it extends the sort of deadline past 6 p.m, so they won't instantly grow up at 6 p.m. You can hold off until you're ready, as long as you have a party going on. So, you know, Eve can I mean, the plan was to bring both the twins down so they could at least interact before we start bringing them to the cake, but Eve's busy. At least Scout's getting attention. I mean, it's his birthday too. Since Susie is really shy, I can see her staying in her bedroom, missing out on the scary part of the party with all the people. So because Mark's getting a bit tired, I think I'm going to age him up first, which also works because he's the older twin. Oh, she's doing it in her jammies. Wow. Wow. I love this game. Oh, so cute. Oh, I'm so excited. I just want to know what he's gonna look like. Here he is. Here's Mark, now a child. He really does look like Eve and David, like, whereas his sister Mary looks just identical to David. He actually looks like a blend, and he's grown up into an orange shirt. I'm just gonna take that to mean his favorite color is orange, so I will keep that in mind when redecorating their nursery, their bedroom. Oh, you're just gonna, no one can have a slice. Okay. And Mark said no music either. No cake, no music. He is getting very tired, but I don't want to redecorate the bedroom until Mary's aged up because I don't know what her favourite colour is going to be, and he hasn't received his gift. Oh, I'm going to just have him like nap on the sofa for a bit, but he might wake up because of... Morty. The party ends in like a minute. We need to hurry this up. Blow them out. Yay! I think she wished for a functional family. Really? Why? Oh my gosh, she's wearing orange too. Yeah, she looks like David. Big time. This birthday party rocked. Great job. I think it was probably helped by Morty, as inappropriate as it was. Thanks. But yeah, that's so cool how they both grew up into orange outfits. Right, so I've made their room quite orange, based on their new favourite colour. This bed is Mary's, and she's got some posters reflecting her music and dance hobby, and this one is Mark's because it's stars and his hobby is science. But because he also has a high interest in sports, I gave him this basketball rug. It works well because it's orange. And the table is because of Mary's high interest in animals. I was going to say bears. Sure, her favourite animal can be bears. And I've left some space, not just because I think they'd keep their room quite tidy because they're both on the neater side, but also because I want some space for the gifts Eve is going to give them. I'm kind of hyping it up. It's really not that exciting, to be honest. Who has done this? Susie is gonna eat the toilet gelatin. Babe, are you alright? You barely touched your toilet gelatin. Why would you want this? She's really just like, I can change him. Okay, I'm really excited about this. Eve is gonna give Mark his birthday present. It's a telescope because he's into science, and I'm thinking of leading him down the sort of space route. So Mark and Mary aren't really that close yet. They're not even friends. But they're really similar in personality, and I can see them getting closer. It would be interesting to see, like someone said in the first episode of The Pleasants, how their dynamics turn out as they get older. I've already seen history repeating itself in this house in regards to Eve leaving a cheating husband and raising a child and twins on her own. Yeah, Mark already brought up the topic of space and sci-fi. I bet he's just talking about his new telescope. Mary is getting really tired and it's past midnight. I really quickly just want to give her her present, which is a violin. Yay. Why is there something stinky there? Why? Who did this? Bet it's the same person who left the gelatin just in the bathroom. Anyway, I feel like today was a successful day. Both twins grew up well, they both had a good party, and they got some pretty good presents, I'd say. So I think we're gonna call it a night here. Eve is 13 days to elder. Susie is 2 days to teenager, so she will also be aging out in this episode, probably, so on day 5. And then, of course, Mark and Mary have just aged up to a child, so they are 7 days to teenager. Oh, and it was also Scout's birthday, so he's now an adult and he is an elder in 26 days. Scout has a higher relationship with David than David's kids do. That's really sad. Oh, no, you're joking. You're actually kidding me. I am going to call Will Wright and I'm going to tell him off. I'm going to ask, why does he put me through things like this? Like, of course this would happen. You can't just have a nice day with like a successful birthday party or anything like that. This just has to happen. Mark is using this opportunity to just watch cartoons. Honestly, that would have been me as a kid. I guess Mary is so exhausted, she just... Nah. That's also a mood. That's also me. Yay, we got 500 simoleons. Not that they really need it, to be honest. I really like how that shows their the difference in Susie and Mark's personalities, like Susie being so shy and Mark being really outgoing. I love how he just ran straight downstairs. Eve was crying and he just watched the fight. He just didn't care after that, but Susie stayed in her room, and I can kind of see her being a bit scared of what was happening. She's very sweet. I'm really excited for her to become a teenager because I really want to know what sort of path she goes down. She reminds me a lot of Alda, and it's a shame that they're not similar in age, like not close enough in age. I think they're about a generation. I use generation to mean like born in different rounds. I think they're born around apart. In my language, that means they're a generation apart, and that can work as adults, but it doesn't really work as teenagers because, one of them gets left behind, I think, when one or the other grows up or goes to uni. Things change. They might meet other people, they might settle down with someone else, and then by the time they're adults and they're both ready and they both like each other, it's too late. That's probably where all my affair drama steps in. Alright, it's Saturday, so it is day 4, and I'm hesitant to say that it's gonna be a chill day because every time I say things like that, something decides to happen. But my plan for today is to focus on the kids, especially Mark and Mary, while Eve is at work. I just want to get to know them a bit better, and I think it would be interesting to see how they interact with each other, what sort of dynamic they'll have. So yeah, fingers crossed that nothing too stressful happens today. Susie's the only one awake after, the whole burglar fiasco last night. The others are all in bed. She'll probably get low on energy soon, so she'll probably have to go back to bed soon. But just for now, I want her to bond with Scout. I think Scout peed on the floor last night, and then he rolled in it, so it got bigger. Oh, we need to train this dog. Every time I have to scold a pet, I hate it, so I always make them do a positive interaction after, because I can't just I hate that there's even an option to yell at pets. I've never, even with grouchy Sims. Yay, they're friends now. Susie! I may play Want Space, but I don't really know how to fulfill that one. I don't know, maybe Russ can go to jail. Yeah, his cellmate can be Clarence. I'm sure he will also be sentenced to 1-by-1 room, no door. Bit delayed. It wasn't enough to wake her up, but she wants to make a friend, and I think Mark does as well. So I think today would be good for working on their relationship, hopefully. Oh, no, he doesn't want to make a friend. He wants to make an enemy. He has a really annoying one where he wants to do homework, but he hasn't been to school yet. So I'm really sorry that you can't do any homework. You don't have any. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, I guess. I love this. It's so morbid, right? But it's so Sims 2 energy, and I live for that. Can she take him for a walk? Yeah, I think we'll do that. She's active, which I forgot until editing. I was like, oh, I don't think she's that active, so I think a lazy dog would be really good for her. Yeah, she is max active. When you have a million Sims, you do kind of forget things, Got a lot of Sims to remember. No, thank you. Oh, this is really cute. Yay! Oh, so cute. I love that so much. I don't love it when they run from the driveway though. Is she, Oh, interesting. No, don't. You can't do that yet. Although I guess the telescope pusher wouldn't push a child, would he? I always forget Eve has a cell phone. I could just click on her and call people, but I don't. I like to make life difficult for myself. I don't even know who this is. Fine, yeah, sure. Already talking about college and graduating? Gosh, when are they gonna be in uni? They're gonna be like around 12 or 13, which sounds like that's gonna be like next year. I mean, if I still have this, if I still have this hood. Yay, they're friends. They're already doing better than their aunties did. But they all just want to see. I love that. They're all just vindictive. Susie and Mary, they almost have a friendship going on. It would be good. What? It would be good for Susie to be friends with her siblings as well. I mean, of course, my families don't have to be like happy fat. They really hate him. Shower's also broken, so... But yeah, luckily we do have a tinkering sim in the house. Susie is a tinkering sim, and tomorrow is her birthday. She'll be a teenager. She'll kind of become the designated repairer. But I'm kind of wanting her to go into trains because I have a lot of tinkering sims in my Pleasantview, but they're either into cars, like remote control cars, or helicopters, or, you know, like fixing the car, or they're into tinkering with appliances. What is Are you Okay. Just okay. I think there comes a point where you just have to stop questioning this game and just go with it. She's closer to her mum's colleague that she just brought home from work than she is with her brother. Which I don't want all my families to be happy families. I do want some, like maybe some tension. They can't all, you know, get along. But part of me just wants all my Sims to be happy, and then as a result, I just want them all to get along. I don't know whether to leave it out here because Susie is really shy. She's like 3 points shy, so I don't know if she will have a party. I can see her just wanting like a quiet night with her family, like a home cooked meal, maybe invite her dad and like one friend over, I guess like Selena, who's Tessa Ramirez's daughter. I think that's what she would want, but at the same time it's just like I feel bad like giving the twins a birthday party but not giving Susie one. But I know the needs are different, the personalities are different, and the sort of situations are different. Mark and Mary would have a birthday party, and Susie I can see not being that fussed really, and preferring something quiet with the family. You want to play with Mark, yeah, go bother your brother. You can't spell brother without bother, right? I guess her birthday wish is I think it's most hilarious with Mary because she didn't even know they were being burgled. She just slept straight through it. She wants to buy a lemonade stand and a piano. Did I or did I not get you a violin? And now she wants a piano. Rich kids, I swear. Is that not good enough? They can afford it. It's just like, do I give in? Do I tell her she can just get what she wants? Do you think in this want-based playstyle that it just means you can get what you want? Because, yeah, it does mean that, but, like, at the same time, manage your expectations. Can't always get what you want, actually. Why is the newspaper just on the floor? Anyway, it's getting late, and we've got a big day ahead, kind of. Not really. It'll be a quiet birthday, but again, when I say it'll be a quiet day, it never is. I have to like say it's gonna be a chaotic day, everything's gonna happen, and then nothing will happen. That's the way to break the curse. I know it. Oh, she doesn't find her attractive. Oh, I thought she did. Eve's sleep schedule has just been totally obliterated because of the Clarence scandal. Oh, there's another dog. Who are you? Hey! Well, one of you's gonna have to change your name. Alright, so it's Sunday, it's day 5 of round 9, and it's another special day because it is Susie's birthday. I have decided I will just go for a low-key dinner with her siblings and a friend and possibly her dad as well. Eve wants to be like best friend forever with this guy, and she fears his death, and I'm just here like, Who? I don't even know who this is. Like, I know he's one of the apartment life towny people, but I don't really know what her... Really? Well, he's married to your sister, so... Oh, Troy go. The smiley faces say all were very close. I had no idea. I mean, she's a popularity sim. Look how many friends she has. Like, forgive me for not knowing one of them. They're really holding a grudge. They're not letting this go. They have taken this personally. Oof. Yeah, I think they might be quite distant from each other. I don't know, things can change, you know, but just wondering if they'll really ever bond. I don't know. Maybe they just won't be close, and that's, you know, that's normal, you know. I just remembered I didn't do the final age check on Saturday. So Eve is 12 days to elder. Susie is of course 1 day to teenager. It's her birthday today. And the twins, Mark and Mary, are a teenager in 6 days. As for Scout, he is 25 days to elder. And then I guess at 11 a.m. he'll be 24 days to elder. I know maths. I didn't even need a calculator for that one. She still wants a piano, and I'm just so annoyed because I got her a perfectly good violin for her birthday, and now she's like, no, I want a piano, and I'm fuming actually. That's so ungrateful. You know, just give it a try, and if she's still like, I want a piano actually, it's not like they can't afford it. But again, the problem is space. Where am I going to put a piano? In the same way, where am I going to put the train table thing? I guess in this like little, what is this, like a utility area, I guess? I mean, none of them really have anything for chess. So I mean, I guess, oh, bars. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh. It'll go out, it's fine. Everyone will be fine. I just get worried because, I know dogs and cats, they can run away when they see a fire, but I think he's here for good. I love that. I love how into aliens he is. Like, he just doesn't stop talking about aliens. I love that. What's the career track where you could become an astronaut? Is that military? I can see him going more into the science career. He'd probably want that for his hobby. Oh. Ooh. You know, I think if anyone would be a great astronaut, I think Mark would. He loves science, loves aliens. He just, every time I see him talking to like Mary or anyone else, it's always about aliens. I love that. We love the character development here, you know? Love this character arc. Just thinking about Cody Lothario and Onyx Kim. Cody is... ooh, cousin? I think they're cousins. Yeah, Cody is Morty's nephew, so yeah, they're cousins. And she was thinking of Onyx, who's also her cousin. Yeah, she's thinking about her cousins. I didn't know does she even know them? She doesn't even know them. That's so weird. Also, since when was she friends with Eli? Oh, are you kidding me? Eve is sick with a cold. Oh. She has to want to invite someone over. Do I risk it? Now that who cooked? Is that grilled cheese? Who made grilled cheese? I'm guessing the nanny. Thanks. But yeah, do I risk spreading this cold? She wants to invite someone over, so I think inviting Morty over would be good. I swear, if ACR's doing something... No, okay. It's just Jester hang loose. It'll always be one of two things. ACR or Jester hang loose. And the fact... Of course. Right when I need it. Oh wait, would they be related? Like, really distantly? No, Maltu is not available to talk. Is it, like, still within the realm of weird? The extended family mod might make it so they aren't. Even though they don't have the family icon, they'll still recognise one another as family. I think they're, like, probably something like first cousin
once removed, or even like first cousin twice removed, something like that. Eli and Susie. But I was just thinking, like, if she rolls straight or bi and they end up liking each other, I think that could be a good match. I think he's also a tinkering sim, so it would work out well. But I'm pretty sure they might be a bit related. It happens when you get this far to a hood, really. You sort of have to, like, ask yourself when you're like, oh, I want to pair these two sims together. How related are they? Okay, Morty's coming over. Even Morty hates this burger. Even he's angry. No, he probably gets burgled, like, all the time because he lives in the mansion. I get so excited on, especially child to teenager birthdays. I find them the most exciting. I don't know why. I think because teenager in The Sims, I think that's my favourite life state because there's a lot to... Is she making her bed because she wants it tidy or... No. Well, at least she has this random townie in her parents' place. Even though she was in the process of blowing out the candle, she's just going to age up manually anyway. Great. Oh, I'm not sure about that outfit. She's feeling it. I think that's all that matters. She still wants to see the ghost of Russ. That's still her, like, life mission. Anyway. Knowledge. Do I change this? I mean, if that's what she likes, then that's what she likes. I'll keep it as it is. I don't really have, like, anyone in mind for her, really. And I mean, hey, she may not, you know, not every sim has to meet someone. They don't have to settle down. That's fine. Oh, so nice of you to join us. You're a little late. Should she give her gift while in her underwear, or... Yeah, I think I'll have her get dressed. But I definitely want to change her outfit. I'm also not sure about red and blue. Yeah, I've removed her, like, this, like, eye mask thing that I had on her just to, you know, sort of add definition to her face, make her look a bit more, like, realistic. I do that for, like, pretty much every sim. I'll add, like, certain makeup, but she hadn't grown into it very well. And just looking at her now, she has Morty's chin, but everything else is all Eve. But then she has, like, Morty's skin tone, she has Morty's hair colour, and eye colour, I think, unless Eve has brown eyes as well. But she looks so much like Eve, just with Morty's chin. I love genetics. I'm gonna find her a new outfit before I give her gift. I also haven't done some stuff. I haven't rolled her gender preference yet. I haven't redecorated her room, and I haven't taken a look at her new interests. So I will do that after I have changed her outfit. I just bought her this outfit because it's red and blue and it looks nicer than the sort of combination she had. So I might decorate her room with red and blue as well. I'm not sure if I like the combination, but I mean, if Susie does, then I can't really. Who am I to judge? Really quick, before I give Susie her present, I'm going to randomize her gender preference. Okay, so she is straight, alright. And I'll also check her interests. So from a toddler to a child, their interests normally don't change, at least not very dramatically, but I found that from child to teenager, they change quite a lot. As of right now, as of her teenagehood, she's interested in entertainment, fashion, sports, which I think she was already interested in, work, weather. She's kind of lost all that interest in animals, but it's still there, and I want to keep that. I can build that, I think, yeah, with magazines. And school. Okay, so I'll work with these interests to redecorate her bedroom, make it a bit more, I don't know, like, fitting for Susie. Don't think there's anything else that I've not... I swear they've already done that today. Do you need to do it again? Like, ask yourself, is it necessary? Is it kind? Is it helpful? Seriously, I need to give Susie her present, please. Mary wants to be friends with Scout, which I can definitely work on. Please, can we remember what we're all here for? Because it's not to do what they were just doing. So I'm gonna give her her training table. No idea where to put it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. How does it fit in that box? Just realised. Okay, so I went with the sort of navy, dark blue and red colour scheme, and I just sort of chose objects around it. I couldn't find any like train stuff, so I just went with a picture of a plane and some like action figure stuff. I thought that seemed kind of tinkery. And a remote control car. Her interests haven't really changed that much. I think she just sort of swapped animals and toys for weather and work, but she's still interested in school, so I've just put some books down to reflect that, and a desk. And she's still interested in sports, so I just put this like signed jersey. I don't know. Fashion and entertainment, I'm not really sure how I could reflect that. I didn't really put a lot in here because I'm not sure. Hopefully as I like sort of get to know her a bit better, I'll sort of find out more about what she likes about, you know, entertainment, because it's a big genre. That could mean anything from like TV to music to, you know, like films to books. So I'll just see what sort of her idea of entertainment is. I still absolutely no idea where to put the train table though. The only room is really outside, but it would look like an eyesore, I think. It would look kind of weird and out of place. Oh, since it's getting late and everyone's sort of going to bed, the final age check for day 5 is Eve will be an elder in 11 days. Susie has just become a teenager, so she is an adult in 10 days. And Mark and Mary become a teenager in 5 days. And they both... See? They have so much in common. Bit scared to do my outro because every time I'm like, I'm ready to call it a night. She just constantly thinks of that, and then she'll think of Morty, and it's like, I think I don't know, I mean, they get on very well. She's given him a second chance, and while I'm like, does he deserve it? I mean, it's up to her. Oh, yeah. I was thinking perhaps I could get rid of this bathroom. There's no real need for it, really. There's a bathroom here and a bathroom here. It would just make some more space, and I could put the train table down here. That would work. I won't do that now. By the time I reach like the end of the last day for an episode, my spoons are kind of like, you know, I like the analogy of like, they're in the dishwasher, you know. They're all used. You have to wait a bit for them to be ready again. Definitely before I start the next episode, I can just remove that bathroom and probably, hopefully, put the train table in for Susie. Yeah, they are getting on well. Their chemistry it's lower than it once was. Oh no, they're 2 bolts again. It's like she just has these moments of like, do I still love him? Do I not? I just wonder where they'll sort of go with that. If they start rolling once to be serious again, like especially Morty has a family sim, he might roll the one. Well, Eve has some competition. Maybe both of them should hurry up and decide their feelings for each other. Hey, that's really rude, don't do that. Before Waylon gets in and makes a move. No, I'm really hoping that nothing else will happen tonight. They've all left. The burglar's unlikely to come back again, you know, like, it's only been like 2 days. Probably not going to be triggered, and I guess because Eve's still awake. I don't know, does it work like Santa? You have to be asleep for the burglar to come. Kids, go to sleep or your stuff won't be stolen. I mean, we basically do just say, kids, go to sleep or your house won't be broken into. Next episode, I will clean up the garden. I'll probably remove the bathroom. I like doing big home renovations, like removing a room and something like that. Not really like changing the bedroom. I just pretend they already did that before they aged up. Like, they did that in the day, even though they didn't. But I mean, for like these, like removing a room or like redecorating another room, like not a bedroom. I do it when Sims are out, like they're at work or they're at school, and I pretend like builders have come in so they don't get confused. But yeah, they're removing the bathroom, and I'm gonna put the chain table there, hopefully. I bet I'll do that and it still won't fit. No, I don't really have anything really to say, just the usual thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It was a bit stressful, a bit chaotic, as all these videos seem to be though, to be honest. But if you've made it this far, well done. Congrats. We just have 2 more days to go with the Pleasants, and then the next family will also be the Pleasants, but not this Pleasant. I've got like 50 Pleasant families. It's another Pleasant family next. I'm guessing nothing else will happen, so I'm gonna make it official. I'm gonna sign off. So please remember to stay safe, be good, and most of all, happy simming. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, have a great weekend or week or whenever this goes up. I appreciate you all. Bye.